Live here at Wakefield Bowladrome in Wakefield, Massachusetts for the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Playoffs in the South D Division. It's round 2. Ray McAllister is hosting James O'Brien. Ray is our second and it's our third seed, and James is our fifth seed. Both have advanced to this next round, and we are ready when they are. And welcome everybody. I'm Dan Castle. I'm your host today, and I'll be giving you a play-by-play and commentary as we go along. And just to make sure everybody's aware of the structure of the playoff rounds, the bowlers will bowl 5 rounds or 5 games, and all that counts is total pinfall at the end of the score. I'm going to try to keep a live score as we're going on. It's not official. James starts off on a head pin. He's on lane 20 here, and nice head pin hit, dropped 5. Looks like a check mark right, plus it's 7 pin. Sorry, I got to get my voice going here. And a nice bid hit right in the pocket where he wanted to be on that one, but the 7 pin didn't go for him. So we're off to the races, and we'll put a 10 box for James to start. As everybody knows who watches this regularly, this is a scratch match. There's no handicap involved. Like I said, they'll bowl 5 boxes. Then Ray will come up and bowl his 5 boxes on lane 20. Then we'll switch to lane 19, do it over again 5 times, 5 games. James in the pocket. He's left with the castle right, and the castle is the 5-6-10 or the 5-4-7. Really tough leave. Always has 2 pieces of wood. He's sweeping, and he gets a spare. First spare of the match is in the box 2 of game 1 for James O'Brien. Tough shot to make. He did it perfectly. So that puts him at 20, plus his first ball fill will be a fill. And here we go. James was on the 3 pin and put 4 in the fill, it looks like. I think the 5 pin's still up there, yep. So it puts him at 24 through 2 boxes. And another spare. Beautifully done. Right on the head pin. No trouble at all.
Nice shot.
James is going to give Ray a challenge, it looks like. And I'm going to log in on my phone so I can see your comments and questions. And if you don't catch the live feed, the recording's being posted on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Facebook page and eventually on the Candlepin Bowling Network. All right, James is on a fill on box 4, sorry. Look at that. He's on the head pin again. This time he gets a split. 7 in the fill. Gets him 41 in the 3rd box. He's left with a 2-4-6 and picks off just a 2 pin. Just catching up on my manual scorekeeping here. And that's an 8 box for James, 49 through 4. Let me see if I can see our group. Bear with me a second if I give some dead air for a second. Coming into box 5, then we'll get to see Ray in a moment. Head pin hit again, and another split. This is a spread eagle plus a 3 or minus the 6 and 10, so 2, 4, 7, and 3 pin over there. He's going on the 3 pin side. Got the wood to bounce off the wall, but it didn't really help a lot. So still 3 left. Open box for James. Trying to get on a group here. All right, James ends up with a 9 box, and that's a 58 through 5. Okay, Ray's going to come up. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay. Talking to myself here. Bear with me. McAllister, first ball. Over on the 6 pin, just takes out 3. He's left with a double line. And that's a 4 horseman plus a line in the back. There we go. Now I can see the feed on my phone. And as always, well, we already started out with comments. Okay, let me catch up with you guys. All right, Nico, I'd be very much appreciate an upload to Facebook. I'm not that technically competent, as we all know. $8 for Ray to start. Yeah, I would call this on the border of the north and the south. Okay, that's a hard trouble time seeing that. Looks like he took out 5, maybe 4. We'll find out. It was 4, and he made a great bid on that, but he's still left with the 8 and the 10. Dave, I wish you were here. All right, we got wood coming back. We need somebody to go get it. Ray cannot get it himself. That would be a foul. Bill Olson, good to see you. So I'm going to share this to my own homepage too, just for fun, because when I do that, we get a lot of viewers from around the country, because I have friends from where I grew up in New York who've scattered across the country, where I went to school in Indiana, and where I lived in Ohio, and some friends from around the world. So we get some nice 10. We get some new people to Candlepin Bowling, and this is a good representation. 2 great bowlers here. I'll pull up some stats. I don't have them in front of me. So those of you who know the Boston area, I got hung up on Route 128 getting here, so it's set up and go and no time to really look up for things. Ray McAllister, box 3, on the head pin, solid, and we're looking again at the 2-4-6 split. And no spare there. And Ray closes box 3 with an 8, so he's fallen behind so far, but is real early in our match. He's at 26 through 3. Through 3, James O'Brien was at 41. Ray's still looking for his first mark. These are Ray's home lanes, but he also bowls in Millis. He's in the Friday Night League with me. Nice head pin hit, another split. 2, 4, 7, and 6. Hang in there. Yeah, and Nico, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just posting it to Facebook right now, and if it migrates over to the Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, I'd very much appreciate it. And Ray with a 8-box. That ball took a little funky turn when I got to the pin deck. That was a little weird. Keep an eye on that. 34 through 4. Okay, McAllister in box 5, game 1. You know what? He's getting a better leave missing a head pin. That's a 4 horseman left. Came in on the 3 pin and no split this time. See if you can pick this up for Rick Kamrowski. Oh, you're kidding me! He hit the head pin and sent it over to the wall, and it went back between those 2 pins instead of taking them out. And that's a 9-box. So halfway through game 1, James O'Brien leads 58 to 43. What? ACST page, yeah. Nico's going to upload it to CBN later for us. I'm not that good. Been told I'm known more for my voice than my bowling. The same holds true of my technical capabilities. All right, box 6, game 1. James lets that get a little bit away from him. Came in on a 2 pin. He's left with the 1, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, I believe. Spare leave. Catches it and gets a spare. Nice shot by James. He's right on the head pin, right in the object where he needed to be. That puts him at 68 in the ball in the 6th box. And this is a 5-string match. During the regular season, each bowler is awarded 2 points for winning a string, 4 points for total. This is playoffs, round 2. We don't care about points. All we care about is total. So this can change. That was 4 in the fill. 72 at 6. No spare in the 7th. I'm just pulling up a lot of data here. And yeah, this is good. My laptop wants to restart, but I'm not going to let it. So we'll schedule it for tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning. And that will work. Okay. All right. All right, James on the head pin. Nice hit. And Veronica, what did he have in that last box? I'm sorry, I was...
7.
Okay, thank you. Oh, good bit on a spare attempt. Had to check the score. I'm doing too many things at once trying to look up stuff. So, that's a 10 box for James. He's at 89 through 8. 9 over par, as we like to say. Try to pull up some stats while I'm at it. 2. We have a lot of stuff on our thing. All right, James misses to the left. Leaves the 1, 3, 6, and 7. Got to carry something to 7, and he goes through the hole. Sorry, I'm still here with you. I'm just looking up some stuff. All right, that's an 8 box for James. 97 through 9. Slow down a little bit. Last box of game 1 for James O'Brien. Nice head pin hit. Drops 7. Leaves it 2, 4, 7. Nice sleeve. Good spare opportunities. Wood in the middle between the 2 and the 4. Catches the wood. Missed the 2 pin. Took out the 2 and 4. But the 7 is still standing. So. And that's a 9 box. So 106 for game 1 for James. All right, Ray's going to have to spare to get ahead of this. But probably 1, maybe 2 marks. Nico, I'm still looking for the bracket sheets. I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. So I may or may not get to that to tell you where the next playoffs are going to be. Oh, nice hit by Ray. He just clipped a head pin. It just went around everything. So an open box in box 6. He's going to need a mark, maybe 2. Well, he needs 63 pins, so that's probably 2 marks. That's an 8 box. 51 through 6. Well, he needs 55 pins to tie in the next 4 boxes. No points awarded for these games, so it's just keep it close, try to get ahead. Just off the head pin, a Cleary left. 1, 2, 4, 7, and 9. He gave a good run on a 4 horse and couldn't get that to carry, but look at this, he's in there, and the 6, 4, and 7 don't go. Nice try by Ray. Well, Dave, thank you for that. Appreciate that. That's a 10 box. Dave Peterson on the spot with who faces who in the next round. So I'm trying to keep score, talk, not give any dead air, and look up stats. I'm not doing really well at the last part of it. So, Patrick Holland and Joe Corbett. The winner of that will face the winner of this. Nice head pin by Joe. And a split. That's a 5, 9, 7. Wood by the 5. And over by the 7. That could help. He's in there, and he gets a spare. First spare of the match for Ray McAllister, and that was a nice shot. Little mini split. Thanks, Dave. If you can't commentate, at least you can put comments in that are helpful. I appreciate that. I miss your voice. All right, only 3 in the fill. 74 through 8. This is a spare leave. This is the 4 horsemen plus the 259. Put that in a 1-3 pocket. That can go. And that's... Oh, I just missed a head pin. Almost got it. This ball's breaking left to right. Try to clean this up and get another mark. He's got a shot. And he'll take a 9 box. He's at 83 through 9. So that's double strike territory to make the game. But there's no points awarded. The goal at this point is try to keep it close. And close matches are fun to watch, of course. Ray caught the head pin a little light in the left pocket. All right, he's got a split. 5 on the right and a 7 pin over on the left. Hits the wood. Okay, he'll be open box in the 10th. And that's an ugly leave. 5, 6, 7, 10. But with that wood, it might go. Everything but the 5 pin. Game 1 is in the books. And by my score, not the official score, I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. It is 106 to 92. So James jumps out to an early 14-pin lead. All right. So we saw one the other day where the first games ended up being like 30, 40 pins. That's tough to overcome. All right. James starts out with the much beloved 7-10 split. Head pin split. He's got wood to play with. He's going to the left side. And got the ball and everything to move over to the right, but it didn't take it out. Open box in box 1. And let's call that a 10. Just like he did in the first game. See, this is where I need you, Dave, when I need to take a drink break. Those of you who don't know what I'm joking about, Dave Peterson and I do a lot of these together. He's great to work with. Oh, my goodness. O'Brien put it right in the pocket. He's left with a 5, 7, 10 split. Wood over by the 10. That ain't fair. But if he can make this shot, that'll look great. He's going for the wood side. He takes out the 5, gets a 7. The 10 doesn't go. You can't make a better bid than that. That was a great offer by O'Brien. And a 10. 20 after 2. Got a good viewership going. So, anybody who's watching this live, you usually notice there's not a ton of viewers to start with. We got 11 right now. But when we post the video, we usually get anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 viewers on this. So, that's what we're looking for. So, O'Brien, on the 3 pin, he's up for the 4 horsemen left and the 10 pin. Catches a head pin, takes out the 7 late, but the 4 stayed up. Another 10. He's perfect so far. 30 through 3. Every pin's been knocked down. He's staying with it. He's gotten a couple of tough leaves to make. But he's doing the pinning about as perfect as you can. O'Brien coming into box 4 now. He's at 30 through 3. Won the first game. And that time he's on the 2. And that's the 1, 3, 6, and 7. Got to put it in the pocket, carry something over. That's what he's trying to do, just misses a head pin. All right, 3 pins left. Can he stay perfect? Nope, he's got an 8 box. 38 through 4. All right, O'Brien in the 5th box. He's markless so far in game 2. He won for game 1, 106 to 92. On the 3 pin, and that's a half Worcester plus a 5 pin. See if he can mark this. He's in there. Oh, 2 full and a head pin, so open in box 5. And that's a 7 box, so James O'Brien sits down with 45. Halfway through game 2. Ray's going to try to chip into James' early 14-pin lead. So there's an opportunity here if Ray can get back on the marks. For game 1, James had 3 marks to Ray's 1. And Ray came in on the 3-pin. And he's left with a lambda, the 1, 2, 4, and 8 pin makeable spare. Okay, everything but the 2. And Ray has a 9 box to start. So 1 pin deficit, 1 frame into game 2. Game 2. Not a big deal. Okay, box 2, game 2. Ray McAllister, our home bowler. And Ray, his ball broke to the right, came in on the 6 pin, took out just a 6 and 10. He's got a whole bunch to shoot at. And he did what he had to do on that. He came in a 1-2 pocket, or 1-3 pocket, not the 1-2. And everything but the 4, 7, 8 went down. So at least an opportunity for good pinning here. And that's 9 box. 18 through 2. So in the second box, he's down 2 pins from where James is at this point. I'm going to mix up the names all day long. All right. He's trying to build back. James won the first string by 14 pins. On the head pin, and the split is broke up. A good spare opportunity. 4, 7. Wood's a little far out, but it still looks like a snowplow to me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It wants to fall. That's as stubborn as my husky can be sometimes. All right, it's no spare there. And let's make it 10. So it's close. He's at 28. O'Brien was at 30 through box 3 here. But that puts O'Brien at 16 pins ahead so far. Long ways to go, gang. Coming in on a 2-pin, Ray leaves a 4 horseman right plus a 7. It's makeable. Got to be somewhere on the head pin. Actually, either side can work. Came in on the left side of it and gets a spare. Late falling 3-pin. We're getting a good audience here. A lot of family members here to watch these bowlers. Hey, it's Harry, and you see Sean Breton, my former teammate, Ed Sargent. Good to see everybody here. We're on the fill. In the pocket on the left, and he drops 9. Looked like it could be a strike. That puts McAllister 47 through 4. Just the 3-pin, and he's got himself another mark. Ray McAllister closes out at 57 plus a ball halfway through game 2. And that almost, with a fill, he'll go ahead of O'Brien in the 5th, halfway through the game 2. Okay, James O'Brien coming up. He hasn't had a mark yet. He's at 45 halfway through game 2. Put up a 106 in his first. He's in that pocket. That was good. A little full on a head pin. He's left with the 2, 4, 7, and 10. We'll give him a head pin for that. I don't think we're really counting him all that much. Oh, he let that one get away from him. That's when you want the ball back. And twice. Okay, so just a 6. That hurts. He's at 51 through 6 in game 2. But we've all done that. Now the trick is, what do you do to come back from that? And knowing James, this is when he throws a big box. Watch James bowl a lot. just off the head pin. Leaves a 4 horseman right. That was a lot better ball. And a spare, cleanly done. Perfectly in the 1-3 pocket. Picks up the 4 horsemen, or as some like to call it, the Kamrowski special. So Rick, I know this is where you turn off the match. All right, James is at 61 plus a ball. On the head pin. Is that going to be a strike? There. Oh, that 7 pin. How far over can it lean without falling? Oh, my goodness. All right, that's 9 in the fill. That puts him at 70 through 7. He's back up to par. And goes wide. That'll be a 9 box. 79 through 8 boxes for James O'Brien. Classy guy. A lot of fun to hang out with. All right, O'Brien coming into box 9, trying to get back up over the par mark, 10 for a box. And that went on the 2 pin. He's got the half Worcester minus a 5. So twice we've seen that happen on both sides, where the punch out takes out the 5-2. I don't know if that's good or bad. Little bouncer, right where he wanted it, but the 4, 7, 10 are left. Joe Corbett. And that's a 10 box. Spun it over. 89 through 9. James is doing pretty well. These are unfamiliar lanes to him. And it often takes a little while to get settled in. He started off with a 14-point victory in game 1. Now he's trying to play catch up a little, raise ahead. Light hit in the left pocket. And that's a nice spare leave. That's a 3-6-10 with a piece of wood in front of it. I think if he hits the red line, it'll go. He's off to the left, but he gets it anyway. Off to the right. I can't tell my right and left anymore. You know, I'm going to be a lot of fun when I'm really old. Spare in the 10th. Puts James at 99. He's coming off that 45 first half, and he's making up some ground here. So on the fill, nice ball, just off the head pin. He puts 5 in the fill. Come on, he wants that back pin to go. That 5 fill puts James at 106 again. No, I'm sorry, 104. I lied. Good thing I have an eraser. All right, so O'Brien closes game 2 with a 104. His total right now is 210. And McAllister's on a fill. He's at 57 and this ball. A little wild, but not bad considering he drops 4 in the fill. That gives him a 61 half. And he's looking at the 1-3-9-10. Threw that one a little bit wide, and actually quite a lot wide. He took out the 10 and I believe that was the 9 back there. Or the 5. Might have been a 5. I don't remember. And he'll take a 9. All right, McAllister at 70 through 6 in completed boxes. Puts him up 19. But he's up against a spare 9. So that could change pretty quickly. At the moment, he's made up the deficit. What can he do here? The ball is breaking hard left to right. And that's a real interesting leave. That's almost the whole back row, but it's the 1-7-9-10. He's waiting on that wood. He's got one kind of leaning on the head pin. See if he can make that do something for him. Catches it. Oh, what an effort that was. That was a valiant effort. That's everything but the 10 box. 6 fill, not a 4 fill. Thank you, Cheryl. Let me correct him then. And he closes with a 10. Let me update the scores. Like I said, mine's not official. Somebody needs to yell at me when I make a mistake like that. Yeah, Cheryl caught me. She said it was a 6 fill at the 5th box, not a 4 fill.
Oh, she'll keep you on your toes.
I need that. I need somebody to keep me on the toes. So, let me update his score. He's 63 at the half. With a 9, he's a 72. And a 10 box was him at 82 through 7. Okay, he made an effort there. Going to close this out. Another 10 box, 92 through 8. He's made up a lot of ground on that first game loss. At this point, O'Brien was at 78, 79. So Ray's picked up 13 pins. At the moment, that'll change at the end of the game more than likely. Head pin hit, and we don't like this one. It's a spread eagle. I call that getting the bird. He's trying to play the inside and goes for the hole. Nico, you're absolutely right. That's why I'm counting on Dave to make comments here, because oh boy, not what you want to do on that. Through the hole. He was on the head pin twice, but the head pin fell the first time, so you can only knock a pin down once. So a 4 box. McAllister 96, and he's up against a spare 5. Catches the 2 pin, leaves a 4 horseman plus a 9. Breaking ball, catches the back 2, is 3 left. So it's going to get a lot closer here. And can that be a 10? That's a 10. Okay. McAllister, 106. O'Brien, 104. So he chips a little bit into it. After 2, 210 for James O'Brien, 196 for Ray McAllister. Hey, I know all you guys are keeping score on paper too, so catch me when I'm off. I'm not the official scorekeeper here. The bowlers are at the moment. Although last week when we were in Brockton, we were the official scorekeeper. That doesn't happen very often. Game 3 starting up. James O'Brien off on the 2 pin, takes out just 3. Came in nice that time, left the 5 and dime. Open in box 1. And 8 box. First time he's been less than 10 in a box on box 1. All right. O'Brien with a 14-pin lead. No, I'm sorry, I lied again. Trying to do too many things at once, folks. It's 210 to 198. O'Brien with the first strike of the match. 106. So it's 198 for McAllister, 210 for O'Brien. And that's 12 pins. So Ray picked up 2 pins. He was down 14, now he's down 12. And James O'Brien just put up the first strike of this match. No doubter on that one. And he's on the first of 2 balls to fill. Just off the head pin. 3 in the first ball. All right, and an 8 fill. 26 in box 2, and he's at the 5-7. Try to get a 10. And he'll take a 9, so 35 through 3. It's a big strike. Brian Fournier, hey, good to see you. Matt Nichols. Coming into box 4, O'Brien at 35. He's ahead 12 pins for the match. And he hits a 3 pin, just takes out 3. Wasn't happy about that. That time he came over a little over adjustment onto the 2, but he's got 3 left. 1, 5, and 10 are still standing. And that's an 8. O'Brien at 43 through 4. Box 5, game 3. This will put James at the midpoint of the match. Bowlers are going pretty quickly here. Buried on the head pin. Spread eagle minus the 3 pin. Lots of wood to play with down there. See which side he goes. He's going to the left. All right, misses the object pin, but takes out everything but the 2 and the 10. So might just go for a 9 here. That's what he's doing. And he gets a little luck or skill, however you want to call it. And picks up a 10 for 53 at the half. All right, McAllister trying to catch up here. Down 12 in the match. Threw a 63 half to start the last game. Couldn't keep it going through the full game. And that's a nice head pin hit. And that's a 4-6-7 split. Got a lot of wood to play with there. Maybe can get something to bounce off the wall. It's going to the left. And could not pick up the 6. That's a tough one anyway. And he picks up the 10 nicely. So 10-8 in box 1. Now he's up against an 18 box when O'Brien had that strike 8. Oh, just a little full on the head pin. And that's a spread eagle plus the 8 pin back there. Okay, a little too far. So open box to box 2. And that, I believe, is a 7. Let me check as the sweep comes down. Yep, that's a 7 box. So 17 through 2. O'Brien was at 26 in the second box. Closed the first half with 53. Another head pin, another split for Ray. So far, every box has been a split in this game. He's got some good wood there, in my opinion. That's a 3, 4, 6, 7. Uses the wood. Just misses the object pin. Had to hit that. This is an elimination round, so one bowler will go to the next round, and one bowler's season is done. And that's a 9 box for Ray. 26 through 3. And as was noted earlier, the winner of this match will go on to face the winner of Joe Corbett and Patrick Holland. All right, that's a nice hit for Ray. I'll call that a split. That's the 9-10, but I think he's got a good opportunity here. And he takes it out. No problem. Made it look easy. That's how you do that. I didn't say wow either. All right, here we go. Box 5. He's on a fill. And let's call that 6, right? 7 in the fill. I thought the 10 was still up. Couldn't see around him. So 36 to 7, 43, they're knotted up in this game. And that's another spare for McAllister. So 53 at the half. He's tied with O'Brien, but Ray's got a fill to go. O'Brien coming up. Now that we're halfway through this match, O'Brien coming up, 53 at the halfway point. And in completed games, it's 210 to 198, not counting this half they just threw. O'Brien on a 3 pin takes out 6. He's left with the 1, 2, 7, 8. Wood over there by the 2. Looks like it's settled in. That might help a lot. Gotta hit the head pin. Oh wow! He kind of nudged the head pin and fell back into place. So open there. Thank you, Nico. 9 box, 62 through 6 for James O'Brien. O'Brien coming into box 7 of game 2. He's got the lead in the match. And he threw it too far to the left. Took out that left triangle. He's left with a double row. 4 horsemen right plus 2, 5, 9. He's it. Just off. All right, no spare in the 7th. Got to put it in that pocket. And that's a nice 9 box. 71 through 7. He's only had 1 mark so far in this game, and that was a strike. 8 in the second box. Trying to keep his lead going, where McAllister's got a good opportunity to come back here. He's in the pocket. That was a nice hit in the 1-3 pocket, and he's left for the 5-7. Now that would maybe a help. He's going for the 5 and couldn't carry over to the 10. I called it the 5-7. It's a 5-10. Sorry. And a 9 box. 80 through 8. Right on par. Okay, so James is coming into box 9 of game 3. Looking for another mark. Ball broke a little to the right. And came in on a 3-pin with a 4 horseman plus the 9-10. He's in there, and he gets a spare. Nice shot by James O'Brien. 90 plus a ball at the 9th. Pretty consistent so far. He had a 106 and a 104 in his first 2 games. That puts him in 90. He'll land about where he was in the last 2 if he doesn't get a mark here. Oh, come on. Puts it in a 1-3 pocket, puts 6 in the fill for 96 through 9. But, man, that's 4-5, 7-10, and gets nothing here. So trying to play that wood over there. He's got it that time. Just 2. So an 8 box, he's a 102. O'Brien to 106, 104, and now a 102. That puts him at 312 through 3. All right, McAllister now has an opening. He's on a fill. He's at 57 at the halfway point of game 3, plus this first ball he throws. Here we go. On the head pin. 5 in the fill. 58 half. Closing out the 5th box, but he's got to make a good shot here. Just misses. He's trying to play off that 3-pin. All right, so he's still looking at the 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. Would have been in the middle of that triangle. And 7 is going to be an 8. 7 box. So 65 through 6. Just 3 pins in the lead in completed boxes. He closed out the second game with a 12-pin deficit from James. Trying to make that up. Hit the 3-pin, the 2-pin left to the 1, 3, 6, 3 in a row line. Don Devish, hello. Oh, just missed the head pin. Just missed that. Not by much. And that's a 9. So, in box 7, broke my lead on my pencil. Ray McAllister leads 74 to 71 in completed boxes for box 7. James had 1 more mark and put up a 102. Ray in the pocket. Well, that's not a split. It's a sideways triangle. That's makeable. That wood could be a good guide there. He's got to be on the 3. It's a 3-5-9. He's in there, and he's got it. Spare for McAllister. Nice shot. He's going to need those. He's got to catch up here. He's leading in this string. Yep, actually, Dave, I did. I did bring an extra pencil. So that is 6 in the fill. 90 through 8. Now he has a 10-pin lead in this string, but he's up against a spare 6. Just misses. Just misses. Let's see how much of a lead he will have after this. And that's 8, 98. So 4-pin lead in the game. So a spare could put him ahead in a total, but it's going to take a spare. He's in the pocket. All right, broke up to 7. And that is a nice triangle to shoot at. 6, 9, 10. All together. The wood's a little dangerous. If he catches the cap of that wood, he could deflect the ball away. He's got to go right on the 6. He's there. He's got the spare. Needed that. Now he's at 108 plus a ball. And if he gets a good fill, the lead could change. But it's going to be tight regardless. I knew these guys would put on a good show. All right, Ray went wild. And that's just 7-3 in the fill. 111. Ray's buying the beer. All right, let me add up my scores here. It's a tight one. 309. I think I'm right. Yep, 309. So, James still leads. 312 to 309 after 3. It's only 3 pins. O'Brien's starting game 4. Off to the left. But he gets a little bit of a break there and only has the 136 in a line. Misses a head pin, so he'll be open in box 1. Yep, let's.
314 to 307.
All right, where do you get the 314?
102, 104. 10? Can you do it for 1 second?
All right. Yeah, double check. Where did I miss here?
I'll double check. Let me grab it.
All right, a little discrepancy between the official score and my score. So it's still close. So there's a couple of pins missing here. All right, O'Brien drops 8.
You had 102 in game 2?
He had 10. All right, and that's a spare. All right, we're trying to do this live here. All right, so my scores for James: 106, 104, 102.
I had a 106, 104, 104. I just got to figure out where.
Okay, you might be right. And then 92, 106, 111 for you.
92, 105, 110.
Okay.
You might be missing a couple of little pins in the back.
Okay, let's check that. He just puts 2 on the fill. I'm going to continue live scoring here. We have a little discrepancy in the score. That happens sometimes. I miss 1, I add 1. They miss 1, they add 1. The score that they're keeping is official. So we'll get it squared away. Ray came back to check with me where I was. So, Joe LeBlanc, hello. I'll just keep scoring this game, and that's a 10 box for O'Brien, 32 through 3. Sometimes I miss a pin or add a pin. We'll figure it out. We're going to reconcile the scores and figure out if somebody made an addition error somewhere. And we'll align them at the end. Nice pocket hit by James. Regardless, it's still tight. It's within 5 or 6 pins, if I'm wrong. Okay, Ray's left with the 475. And a 8 box. 41 through 4. 41. All right, he's calling 40. I have 22, 33. What? I have 10, 12, 10, 8. I have 10, 12, 10, 8. No, that's another spare. We're still running into some differences here, so I'm curious why that is. We'll figure it out. All right. We'll go by their score. I'm just go by my score as a reference right now. Somewhere there's an addition error or 2 in here. I'm not sure if it's on their end or my end. All right, McAllister starting game 4. Misses a head pin. By my mark, I have James closing 51 plus the ball through the half. Hang on for the official scores when we get to the end. Since it's a close one, I'm going to want to try to reconcile here, probably partway through this game. No spare there for Ray. Well, good try, but he gets a 9. And Nico, you're right. This is where I need Dave. I wouldn't call him a sidekick. I call him my co-host. All right. Ray goes wide. Leaves 4. And does not get the spare. And gets a nice 10, 19 through 2. Ray let that ball get away from him, just took out to 7. He's got a whole rack to shoot at, minus 7 pin. And punches out the 2-8. Not what he wanted to do. Now he's got a bunch to make to avoid having a really bad box. And that's an 8, 27 through 3. Hey James, at the halfway point, can we reconcile scores? We have a little discrepancy in our scores, so if we can reconcile them before we get to the 5th. All right, that's a, yeah, just before we get to the 5th, because it's going to be a tight one. Yeah. So I have 106, you have 106, 104, 4, and you had a 104. All right, I missed 2 pins somewhere. I'm going by your score. All right, and 92, got that. 105, I have 104. Or no, 106. 10 for Ray, 33 through 4. And the last, yep. Good teamwork. Well, we have a discrepancy here too. 919 8. Oh, my mistake. Okay, good. We're getting there. Oh my goodness, guys. Your announcer's getting old. McAllister, nice ball. And 110. Okay. At the half, you were at 50 plus the ball. I have 51. What did you have? 8, 18. 10, 22, 32. That's my mistake right there. That's where I did it. All right. We're getting there. Okay, spare in the 5th for Ray. A couple of addition errors. Okay, here's the scores as they stand now. Let me add them up. We'll correct it. We're getting there. At the halfway point of Game 4, James is at 50 plus the ball. Ray's at 47 plus the ball. And I'll correct my totals. Both guys are on a fill right now. And 4 in a fill. Oh no! So 4 in the fill, and James is at 54. Closes out the first half of Game 4. Cleans him up nice for a 10 box. That's a big 10. And I'm going to give you the correct scores now. 7. Just off a little bit here. Okay, through 3 games. This is the correct scores now. We found the errors. 314 to 307. James O'Brien leads by 7 pins. Bryant, now we're back to live action. Oh, Bryant, look at that. Left just a 5 and 10. So next year I will have live scoring on my screen too. So we won't do this. All those years of math in college have gone to waste. Yeah, I'll have a second screen. 73 through 7. Oh boy, another bird. Trying to bounce it off the wall. It only takes out the 2-pin. Got 5 more left. Trying to take it. Look at that. I mean, that was a brave move by James. He picked up the spread eagle -2 by taking the cap of that wood. Got everything to go. 83 through 8. So officially the scores are 106, 104, 104 for James. And 92, 105, and 110 for Ray. We're in game 4. This is box 9 for James. Put a great effort on that one. Now we've got the 5, 7, 10, and V-shaped wood surrounding the 5-pin. Hit the 5-pin. We'll see if that can make it go. He's on it. Oh, it goes side by side, but it leaves the 10-pin. He put a good effort on that one. 9 boxes, 92 through 9. Okay, trying to get a mark here in the second half of game 4. Making it tougher for Ray if he can do it. In the pocket, and it just goes through. Took out 3 pins on that one. He's got a bunch to shoot at. Just wide, so he'll be open. And James puts up a 5 box. Not what he wanted to do. His first game under 100. I got a 97 on that one. Daddy, you saw James. 6 fill in box 5 or 4? 6 fill? Okay. 97. 97 is your score, finishing? That's what I have too. Alright, so it is a 97 for James. And McAllister puts 8 in his fill for certain. 7 and 8, 55 at the half. And just a 4-7. Yeah, mine's all scratched up, so you don't want to see this thing. All right, spare for McAllister. Yeah, my score sheet is no better than when I take a pen. So, which one's not right? I fixed it. McAllister on the fill. 7 in the fill. 72 at 6. And I have 411 for James through 4. And a 10 box puts Ray McAllister at 82 through 7. I'm glad I have a lot of eyes here. It's easy to miss a pin or two here or there, and it's important. McAllister just misses a head pin, leaves a Caleri left. He's on the 2-pin, leaves the 1 and 9. It's another open box. This goes. And he gets it. 10 bucks, 92. All right. James is open all the way through. 2 more boxes to go. By my count, Ray has a 9-pin lead in this string. Could put him in lead for the total. Off the head pin. He's having trouble finding the head pin right now. But he's pinning very well. 4 down, 6 up. Okay, he's going to go wide. Still 5 pins up there. Oh, Eric, how are you? Yeah, Bob Caleri had a spare leaf named after him for a long time. We've been calling that the Caleri. I think it's generally accepted now. 9 box for McAllister, 101. I'm going to confirm scores with the bowlers before we go into round 4. 9, 5. Head pin hit. And a 4-6-7 split. Wood's angled maybe favorably if you can get it to come off the wall and deflect the ball over. On the red line, nothing doing. So an open box in box 10. And that 10 box. I will confirm these scores, folks, but right now I have a change in lead.
It was a 9.
Was it 9? You sure? I saw 10 pins. All right, confirm the scores here. All right, I have. It was a 9. Okay, it was a 9. I thought 10.
I thought the wood was over the gun too much.
Oh my goodness.
I'm up by 6.
I need it. Okay, so 110.
Yeah.
And the lead has changed. It's official. 417 to 411. Ray McAllister leads by 6 pins. It's coming down to the wire again. So James has a 6-pin deficit after being in the lead all the way through. 6 pins is nothing in one string. Ray drops a nice bomb ball and is left with a 5-7 split. He's on the left pocket. All right. He's got wood there. I don't like the wood particularly, but it's what he's got to work with. I think a helicopter might be the way to go. Try to catch the right-hand side of that. I'm not sure. That's what he's doing. Gets the wood. Nothing going. And an 8 box. James O'Brien starts out with an 8 box with that really nice head pin hit he had. And again, for people joining us, we're in the 5th game of this 2nd round playoff match. James O'Brien visiting Ray McAllister in Wakefield. And it's a barn burner on this one. We had some scoring challenges. But we figured it out. And O'Brien leads in the completed games. Or no, I'm sorry. McAllister leads 417 to 411. And that's a spare for James O'Brien. Whoever wins total moves to the next round, the winner of Joe Corbett versus Patrick Holland. O'Brien on the fill. He's in that left pocket again, drops 7. Not going to get any late pins there, so 7 in the fill, 25 through 2. He's got a triangle on the right, wood in front of it. And that's unbelievable, but the 9 pin stayed up. But that's a 10, 35 through 3. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. I'm juggling a couple of activities at the same time here, so there's been some discrepancy in my manual scoring. But remember, I'm not the official scorekeeper here. The bowlers are today. So if there's a discrepancy, their score is official. There's no electronic scoring here, so we're completely manual. O'Brien drops 8. He came in on a 3-pin. He left a 1-7 wood in between. This is a good spare opportunity if he can catch that head pin. He does. Gets the spare. Nice shot. 1-7. .45 and a ball in the fourth in Game 5. O'Brien trying to catch up on the deficit he left in the fourth game of 6 pins. He's talking to the pins. It's not working. That 8 fill puts him at 53 through 4, and he's left with a 5 and dime. 5-10, lots of wood there. Maybe he can sweep it. Playing the inside, he gets it. I thought for me, I probably would have tried to sweep it, but it worked. That's why James is a better bowler than me. But I will be back next year somehow. All right, McAllister coming up. He's ahead 6 in completed games, but O'Brien put up 3 marks here. No room for error for McAllister. Misses a head pin. Takes out 6, leaves the 1, 3, 8, 9. Needs to mark. Oh, everything but the 8 pin. Beautiful attempt. And there's a 10. Yes, Scott, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been doing this for a few years. Previous radio experience when I was in college, and a lot of public speaking experience from work. This is not too tough to do, but you got to stay on the ball. Doing a double header or triple header, which I've done, is really interesting. All right, McAllister's off to the left. He took out 3. Just misses a head pin. Got something to fly forward, but it didn't take it out. He's left with a 1-9 still. But he's going to fall behind in this string. That'll switch the total back. Or no, it won't. Unless he gets a 10. Or less than a 10. He gets a 10. 25 to 20 in completed boxes. That's where I make mistakes. I'm writing down a score when I'm saying something different. Mark Weber, hello. All right, so O'Brien has a 5-pin lead. The total is 1 pin now. That's a 6 drop. We call that the lambda. If you ever studied Greek, you'll recognize the Greek letter lambda there if you look at it from overhead. Kind of backwards, though. That one's inverted. Ray is going to miss that one. So 2 more left. He's open through 3. Just keeping it close. Another 10 box. Ray's 30 through 3. But now, he really needs a couple of marks here because O'Brien put up a spare 8, and he's got an open spare in the 5th box. So if Ray can't match that, that'll put James back on top. Light hit on a head pin, and that's a check mark. Makeable spare. 3, 5, 6, 10. Just misses the object pin. He'll be open in box 4. That'll get James the lead in total for the moment. And a 9 box. 39 through 4. He's only left 1 pin on the deck in this game. All right, now James at box 4 was at 53. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Lots of practice. Not at home, though. I don't practice at home, just when I'm doing this. Oh, good bid for a strike there. But the 5 and 9 stay up. Spare leave. He needs a spare to keep in contention here. Oh, my goodness. Just misses a 5 pin. He'll be open. That'll give James the advantage now with 5 boxes left. And that's a 9 box. So here we are, halfway through the last game. For this game, O'Brien leads 63 to 48. It was a 6-pin lead after 4 for McAllister. And that will put At the moment, O'Brien back on top. On the fill. Just 4. 6 pins up, that means 4 pins are down. So O'Brien with a 67.5 and a bit of a split here. Okay, no mark there. Seven box. O'Brien to 74 in the 6 box of game 5. McAllister can do this with a couple of marks as long as O'Brien doesn't get a bunch of spares, and that's tough. That's a half Worcester right. Just the 3 and the 9 went. All right, he's not happy with that one. Still 5 pins up there. Nice job. 9 box, 83 through 7. When we wrap this up, we'll confirm scores of the bowlers. Everybody's keeping me on my toes. I don't think I'm going to miss too much. You never know. All right, box 8, last game. And O'Brien came in on the head pin, and let's just put it this way, he got taken advantage of by the pins. But he can make this. If he hits that object, it's on the object, and oh, geez. I may have jinxed him there because he left an inverted triangle. All right, try to get out of here with an 8 or 9. He'll take an 8. 91 through 8. All right, coming down to the last 2 boxes. One of these bowlers will continue. One will be done for the season. O'Brien in the pocket. Drops 7. Leaves the 3-5 and the 10. Little mini split down there. It's got a chance. Oh, wraps around the 10 pin. They can't hear me, Nico. 9 box. 100 at 9. All right. Last box for O'Brien. If McAllister comes back, it could be for the season, or he could move on. He's on the 3 pin. Takes out 6. Leaves the 1, 2, 5, 7. Got to make a good shot here. He's got to be on the pocket. Misses a head pin. He will be open in the 10th box. But actually, this is his best game so far. And he gets the 10. Nice shot on the 1-7. And with that 10, O'Brien sits down with a 110. And a total of 521 by my count. All right, McAllister's got work to do here. He was up 6 pins when we sat down after the 4th. He needs to at least get a 105, and he's at 48 right now. So, James, 110, and he's at 48. Okay. Yep. Hey, guess what? Our scores coincide. I did it. Yep, you're right. 104 to tie, 105 to win. So that's really 1 mark, but he is in a must-mark situation. Oh my goodness! All right, still up there. He still has an opportunity. He's 4 more boxes after this one. Can't make any mistakes. Needs a 104 to tie, a 105 to win, and that's a 9 box. McAllister at 57. Okay, he needs to pin out and get a spare 8 to tie this, to win this. And he's off the head pin on that one. I think this is a good opportunity. That's a 4 horseman plus a 5 pin and a lot of wood down there. I see 3 pieces by my count. He's on the object and he gets his mark.
Yeah.
Nice shot by McAllister. 104 ties, 105 wins the match for McAllister. 103 gives it to O'Brien. And McAllister is at 57 plus this ball. Off the head pin. He's going to need another mark at some point here because that's a 4 fill. So he's at 71. And he's got a bunch down there. He can make it. I've seen Ray make shots like this lots of times. He's on it. All but the 10 pin.
Nice try, Ray. Nice try.
His pinning is awesome, even if he doesn't make this one. Gets the 10. 81 through 8. Needs to get to 104 to tie. 105 to win. He's going to need a mark. McAllister box 9 misses a head pin again, but he's got that same leave he spared just before. Without the wood, he's a 4 horseman plus the 5 pin. Needs a good shot here, or he's going to have to come down to the 10. He's in there. Oh my God! 5 pin does not go. It's going to come down to the last box. Ray gets a 10. He's at 91. He needs to get to 104 to tie, 105 to win. Needs a spare 4 to win. They're right down to a clutch shot, last box of this match. McAllister must mark. In the pocket. Okay, 7 are down. He's left with a 4, 7, 8. Not the easiest shot in the world, but he has to make this shot to win the match. If he doesn't make this shot, James O'Brien will advance. Everybody quiet here. Oh, wow! And James O'Brien will advance. And with a 9 box, 100. And by my score, James O'Brien wins by 5 pins, 521 to 518. Let's confirm with the bowlers.
I did it.
And what a match this has been. Both bowlers did well. All right, I confirm 521, 518, 517. All right, wherever that came in, I missed it somewhere. Doesn't matter. 517, according to their count. And congratulations to James O'Brien and to Ray McAllister. You guys put on a pretty good show here. And I know it's always disappointing, but making the playoffs is a challenge itself, and making it to the second round is even more of a challenge. So James O'Brien will bowl the winner of Joe Corbett and Patrick Holland. So thank you everybody for joining us today. It was a fun match to cover. And we will see you on the lanes. This is Dan Castle closing out round 2 of ACST D South Playoffs. And I will be seeing you around. Thank you for joining me.